So I want to talk about verbal operants today. There's 7, but let's talk about the main 4. And I want to talk about it because today my daughter said bye for the first time. So if you guys know, my daughter is extremely premature. She came almost 4 months early. So she's 15 months, but really around like 11, 12 months milestones. Look at her exploring. Oh, and today is actually a year of her moving in home because today we spent 100 days in the NICU and today's a year of her being home. Okay, back to the verbal operants. So for instance, when I play with my daughter, let's talk about tacting. Tacting is one of the verbal operants. And when you hear the word tact, I want you to think of the word contact. And when you hear the word contact, I want you to think about your 5 senses. So what you see, what you hear, what you smell, what you feel, and what you see. What's the other one? Taste. For instance, this ball, when I'm playing with her, I could be like, oh, it's a pink ball. So I'm tacting the color, right? I see little circles. I'm telling her what I see. I see a flower. It's a square, right? You got the number 4. It's green. We're gonna stack. So I'm telling her what I'm doing. So I'm expressing to her what we're experiencing in the environment. Right, baby? Yeah. Let's say that you're baking cookies. Baking cookies is a really good example. She's sick, so she's very miserable. And then also, too, I always have iced coffee. So whenever I have iced coffee, I always let her touch it. And I say, it's cold. Look, it's cold. And it's wet. So she's experiencing and starting to form the concept of what I'm expressing to her. So back to the cookies. Cookies are a really good example because you could see the cookies cooking, right? They're soft. You can feel when you're playing with making the cookies, you can say, oh, it's soft. And then when you're baking them and they're almost done, you can start to smell the cookies. Like, oh, I smell the cookies. Let's go see if they're done. So that right there, you've talked about what you smell. You can see it. You can feel it, right? And then when it's done, you can taste it. Oh, it's so soft, or it's hot. You see what I mean? So tacting is a very good way to help with language and really promoting like communication. And you touching your belly? Is that your belly? Knock, 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 knock. Knock, 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 knock. So she knocks. You could tell she's so lazy. But anyways, you want to tact what's going on in the environment, especially if they show interest. Like when we go to the store, a Target, whatever, my daughter has really good receptive language. Like if she points at something, I bring her to it and I explain what she's pointing at. Like, oh, it's pink, or it's a Saturn. Like we were at the doctor's today and the room was all universes and planets and stuff. So we're just, oh, it's a rocket, tacting, because she was just interested in the whole entire room. So I'm expressing what she's seeing. Oh, it's the color, or it's hard. At the store, when we go through the clothes section, she likes to point to the clothes. And so I let her feel like, oh, this is soft. Oh, feel this pillow. It's a little rough, or whatever it is. Because you want to expose them really early to their environment. We know what's going on in the environment, but as a baby and a child, it's new to them. So expose them. If it takes a couple seconds, so what? You're making them experience the world around them. And it's so important for them to have the exposure, but also the experience.